For its centennial year, the Pompano Entomology Club here at Kansas State University endeavored to conserve the artistic works of acclaimed entomologist Charles Valentine Riley. Riley guest lectured here at K-State in the 1870s, and many of his artistic works were donated to the university after his death. And today, we got a special tour with Cliff Height from the library. I talked with Cameron Osborne, the current president for Pompano Club, about how this event came about and really why we were here today.
Jacqueline Maley suggested that as the Pompano Club, we should probably start looking into ways to give back to the community, find ways to maybe launch some endeavors to restore some of the prints that we've been making money off of, honestly, to make sure that they're preserved for the next generation.
I had never seen this collection before, and I really had no idea what to expect. And as it turns out, neither did Cameron.
Yeah, so we've seen these prints on the wall in the department, but none of us have had the opportunity to see them in person. And we didn't know what to expect, with these were crates or, special boxes on boards. So it was exciting to see how these were being stored, how big they were, and what condition they were in. And so we've been working with Cliff Height from the Kansas State Library to take a look at these prints and see what needs to be conserved. And he offered us a chance to come visit these, to get some hands-on experience with the prints and see them in real life.
C.V. Riley was a prolific writer, an artist, and a visionary, and authored over 2,400 publications. But to see these large pieces of art really spread across the tables was really quite inspiring.
Quality was, I think, incredible compared to what we thought. The colors were vibrant, the definition was beautiful, the sizes were really astonishing, how large scale these were, and how well they were stored, and they've been conserved for 150 years. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see. These include lots of agricultural pests, insect orders, taxonomy, sketches, to fine drawings, to paintings. A little bit of everything.
Cliff and his team have done a tremendous job keeping these prints looking like they probably did 150 years ago. The history, though, there's still some gaps to fill. In my conversation with Cameron, we had fun speculating on the uses of these prints, but it also got us thinking about our own impacts on our field of entomology.
Developed as teaching materials, just offhand, let's make a series of these for showing students or the community, or were these very detailed works that C.V. Riley spent tons of time on in his spare time. We don't necessarily know what his thought process was at this moment going into this. So for me, I'm thinking about how I present work to students or the community, the materials that I develop. Just grabbing a quick photo from my phone camera, do I necessarily expect that to be around for 150 years and judged by students in the field? No. It makes me wonder if, I should be taking better care of that, be finding ways to better curate my work and conserve that. And maybe that's something that the entire community can start to think about.
All of us, at least in this department, have seen the prints hanging around. What could possibly be different? Seeing the real thing.
The attention to detail, I would say. It's very hard to judge that from a 5x7 picture on a postcard, or even just a print on the wall on canvas. Being able to appreciate that up close and personal. The shadowing, the sketches, you can see the pencil marks behind the actual paintings, where these had been thought out previously, before adding color, before adding shadows, all that stuff. So I think that's what you really miss. What's on the wall here in the department versus in person.
Experiencing C.V. Riley's work in this way really got us thinking about the importance of history and how we see the future.
I've been holding things that are 150 years old, up to 150 years old. What does that feel like?
Responsibility.
Yeah. And I think that's, also recognizing that you're interacting with things that were created by one of the founders of the field that you're in. Sometimes that's a little bit like overwhelming to go, wow, that is not normal. So
in my career, I've been pretty bad about appreciating the history of the field. the names and dates that come up in presentations and classes throughout. So this definitely gave me a better appreciation for the history, where science is generated. For me, it was really eye-opening to see the history and be able to touch the history. And I think going forward, I'm going to have a better appreciation for that. And I would hope other people in our field, or department at least, have that same feeling as well. Taking care now as scientists to conserve our work is an important takeaway from this experience.